So in this video, I'm just going to go through some practice questions, actually just 3 of them, so not a lot, so this is going to be a short video, but there's some good problems, and I encourage you to try them as I write them out. So as I write them out, just pause the video, try them out, and then see what I do. So let's go with this first question here. Let's say we get this lovely guy. We get x plus 1 bracket, and we have to integrate this. So, not particularly nice, right? So again, pause the video and try this on your own. So the way I would do this is, because we haven't learned other methods, I haven't taught you different strategies. The way I would do this is I would actually expand this entire thing. So if you recall, let me actually do this in a different color. If I, let's say, had a plus b like this, the way you do this as well, obviously, a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. That is the formula for that guy. So we're just going to apply that here. So let's first expand it all. Well, this would be x cubed. We would have a 3, our a here, this is our a, and this is our b. Our a here is just x squared, and then our b is 1. We don't need to write that. Plus, we have a 3 again. Our a is x. 1 squared is just 1. We don't have to write that. Plus 1 cubed is just 1. Right, so we have this. Integrating all of these, dx. Right? And then we can apply the properties we learned. We can take the integral of each individual thing. So this would be x cubed dx. X squared dx, and I'm just going to skip a step and I'm going to take out the 3. From this guy here, I just took out the 3. I also took out the 3 from there, and then we can just say dx here. Right? So integrating x cubed, so this would just be 1/4 x4. And if you're forgetting how I got that, recall this rule we learned when we're integrating something. We're just doing this. We're just adding 1 to it and making a fraction out of it, and then also adding up top. And you can always differentiate to see if it gives you. You can always differentiate this guy to see if it gives you this again, because they're just opposites. Plus 3 times 1/3 x cubed, right? Plus 3 times half x squared plus. This is just x0 here, so that would just be x plus c. So simplifying this all, we get 1/4 x4 plus x cubed plus 3/2 x squared plus x plus c. Hopefully that made sense, because the 3's here cancel out, 3/2 can cancel it out, that's just 1.5, so you can leave it like that. But yeah, that's basically it. And always remember the plus c, please. Because again, this is an indefinite integral. We don't know the bounds, so we don't know the constant. Let's try another question. This is going to be a hairier one. So we have x root x 1 plus 1/x squared minus 1/x dx. So pause the video and try this out for yourself. So the way I would do this is I would make my life easy and write it in exponent form entirely. Just write all these nasty looking terms in the most simplest term you can. So for this part, this is just x negative 3/2. So the negative obviously comes from the fact that it's underneath the 1 and it's in the denominator. And then 3/2 comes from the fact that root x is just x to the half. And then this x here is just x 2/2. So when you multiply these two, you're just adding these two guys up here. So that would give us x 3/2, right? And then obviously this is negative 3/2. So that's where I get that from. Plus, we have 1/x squared, so that's just x negative 2, minus 1/x, well, that's just x negative 1. And now we have to integrate this all. So integrating x, well, let's first split it up into the terms. You can actually skip this step, this idea of writing it here like this. You can skip this if you want. I know that's not how you spell U, but I'm just too lazy to write out all that. So you can skip this if you want. I just do this to show. You don't have to write it, because once you get the hang of it, it sort of feels useless to write this all out. Anyways, here's what we have. X negative 3 over 2 dx plus x and negative 2 dx. Yeah. All right, now we're integrating. So negative 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2 over 1 x negative 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2 plus negative 2 plus 1, 1x negative 2 plus 1 minus. Okay, here's a tricky part. Some students may not realize this and they'll go like this, but this will just give you 1 over 0, which is impossible because, that's undefined. X to the negative 1, that's the same as 1 over x. We learned this in the last video, that when you're integrating something like this, you actually get this guy. Natural log of the absolute value of x. That's what you get. And then plus c. So remember that rule. And then just simplifying this all. Negative 3 plus 2, negative 1. Right. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. X negative 1 minus this guy plus c. And simplifying this, we have a fraction in the denominator, so the denominator of that fraction actually can just go up. So that's negative 2 over root x, because this is x to the negative half, minus 1 over x, right, because this is a negative 1 here, plus, so you can just say negative. X and negative 1 just means 1 over x, minus natural log of the absolute value of x plus c. So that is what you should end up with for that one. All right, last question. We have x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x squared dx. Pause the video and try this out. This is a tricky one, by the way. All right, so what I would do in this case is, sort of make it a rule of thumb in your mind is, how can I make an ugly thing into a nice thing? So always be, that should be like your motto when trying to solve nasty integrals like this. How can I make it easier, make it simpler? You'll see in the future, we're going to be doing things like substitution for different things. So you may recall substitution when you did limits. We're going to do that in integration as well later on. It's just the same idea of how do I make an ugly thing into a nice thing. So same idea here. Now we're not going to do any substitution because I haven't taught that to you yet. What we can do is we can actually break this up. What I mean is, we could write this as x squared over x squared minus 2x over x squared minus 3 over x squared. That's just the same thing as this whole term over x squared, right? Because they all have the same denominator. And then what we can do is we can simplify each term. So x squared over x squared, well, that just becomes 1. 2x over x squared, well, the x can cancel out from here, and the x squared from here just becomes 1. And then we have 3 over x squared. We can't really do anything like that with that. So what we end up with is x squared over x squared is 1 minus 2 over x minus 3 over x squared. And then we integrate this guy. So we just split it up. So this one here is just dx minus 2 over x dx minus 3 over x squared dx. So before integrating, I'm just gonna describe these things a little nicer. 2 over 1 over x dx. I'm just taking out the constant. Take out the constant from here too, and I call this negative 2 in exponent form. So this is just x0 here, right? Because x0 is just 1. So this gives us x minus 2 times, because this this is just 1 over x minus 3 times negative 2 plus 1 over 1x negative 2 plus 1 plus c. So we end up with x minus 2 natural log of the absolute value of x minus negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. I won't skip a step, just to show it to you guys. So x minus 2. You see that we have a negative, oops, I should do a different color. We have a negative and a negative here, so then those just become positive. Plus, so minus plus 3 over x plus c. So that is what you should end up with. X minus 2 times the natural log of the absolute value of x plus 3 over x plus c. So hopefully this video helped. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions that I can help you with. I have a lot of free time in the world currently as of making this video, so I would love to help you in any way, shape, or form. I'll try to upload more videos, and yeah, that's basically it. Have a good day.